Welcome back to the VFL Sports Centre. Victoria has reintroduced daylight saving. They've gotten off early. Let's take you straight to Princes Park.
The match up towards half forward. Ayres is there for the Hawks to clear out of defence. He goes to the outer wing. Great lead, Morris, but the kick too long. Morris attempts to tap over the top. Ducking the tackle was Loveridge. A free kick was going to be paid, and now the hand pass goes out of bounds, and there'll be a throw-in. On the bench for the Sydney Swans, Graham Cordy and Michael Farland, and benched for Hawthorn, Paul Deere and Rodney Eade. Eade making a return, and Deere playing his 7th senior game, the brother of Greg Deere. Great hand pass by Hawke, comes out to Carroll. Long kick into the breeze. Capper's there. Thumped by Ayres. 30 metres into the crowd, and almost a standing ovation by the Hawthorn fans. About half the crowd we had here last week for the Swans-Carlton game. But this is a big one, a lot at stake for both. The Swans don't need to lose 2 in a row.
Finals conditions at Princes Park. The ball punched away, goes over the boundary for another throw-in. This time it's about 20 metres away from the previous boundary throw-in, about 70 metres out from the Swans' goal. Deere out position, chance for Byrne. On the bottom of the pack, the Hawks can't break clear. The chance for Stevie Wright, tackled by Jenke. Lester Smith on the bottom of the pack can't break away with it, and the umpire will bounce. Umpires Howlett and Clayton in control. A very important match for both sides.
That's umpire Howlett bouncing the ball. I'm surprised to see him here today after he's almost knocked rotten at the Gold Coast last Sunday. Carroll bumped out of bounds, and there'll be a throw-in. Incidentally, the Swans, bottom of the ladder in the reserves, took another caning here today, 31-21 to 12-15, 207 to 87, the Hawks won. But the seniors, a different proposition. Wright hooks back to the goal square. Oh, Jenke, what a mark. Ray Jenke, playing his first full season of senior football, represented the state this year. Lester Smith at half-back. Unmarked now, Russo. Great play by the Hawks. Langford, a beautiful pass to Brereton, chest mark forward of the wing.
Copybook football by the Hawks. Brereton's kick is smothered by Henwood. Langford's followed it up and made position at half forward. A scrubber kick. Loveridge on the end of it. Kicks towards half forward, and the mark taken by Coleman. Glenn Coleman, the big Swan ruckman, with his knee heavily bandaged, kicks the ball high towards the wing. Bayes in front. Good punch away by Jenke. The crumbs will be gathered by Holden. A little bit of time to steady and kick further forward. Bayes takes the mark. It's not Bayes, it's Fripp over the top to Hawke. Can't quite work out why that wasn't allowed.
I thought the free kick would have gone the other way because the Sydney player was holding Lester Smith away from the ball and seemed to be holding onto his Guernsey, but the umpire saw it differently.
Good penetration by Fripp into the breeze. Punch down comes to Lester Smith. He hands it off to Langford. Awkward one here. Fripp well done. Shepherds. In goes Bolton for the ball. Back to Holden. Forward of the wing. Good distance. Capper comes from behind. Lester Smith hands to it. All Hawthorn at ground level. Langford to Ayres. Oh, and a beautiful zigzag of hand passing. Lester Smith in space. Had time to look and pick out Curran near the wing. Punch by Cordy. Goes astray though to Buckenara. Brereton on the logo at the wing. Nobody to kick to. Not a Hawthorn player in sight. Eventually, way up the ground is Dunstall. He goes to ground with Carter. Comes to the back. Chance here. Schwab over the top to Dunstall, who'd recovered. In there is Loveridge. Holding the ball, says umpire Clayton. Swans free to Mark Browning.
Well, I get the impression he may have been given that free kick against him because he argued on the opposite half-forward flank just a few seconds ago. The play now on the wing. High flyer there was Tony Morwood. Couldn't control the football, and it goes over for a boundary throw-in on centre wing.
The conditions very tricky here today with that cross breeze, that fairly stiff northerly wind, and it's not going to be easy to play these conditions.
Chance there for Russo, opposed by Fripp, and the ball goes over, and then we'll have another throw in the identical same spot. Coleman, high over the top. Bays punches the ball towards half forward. Wright showing a little bit more desperation. Russo hard against the boundary line. Gets back and kicks with the right foot. In towards the centre. Punched away by Neil Cordy. At the back, Morris. Looping handball to Lester Smith. Play on, says umpire Clayton. Lester Smith in the centre. Handball over the top to Tuck at centre half forward. Standing shot for goal. Is close. It's a goal. First goal of the match coming at the 4-minute mark to the Hawks, kicked by their captain Michael Tuck.
And don't this Hawthorn side use the ball very well. There's a little bit of a tussle between Henwood and Dermot Brereton. Pretty lively customers, both of these two. But great usage of the ball by Hawthorn, and it ended up with Michael Tuck. He's still great value, even though he's playing his 332nd game today. And first score on the board to Hawthorn.
Back in the centre, and Deere beats Coleman. It comes back to Holden. Hurries a kick out of the centre. Once again, it's all Hawthorn. Kennedy at half-back. Good pick up, an awkward bouncing ball. Kennedy's kick over centre wing for Morris. Cordy there with him. And Morris gets from an unfavourable position to the front to punch the ball out of play. The Hawks second on the ladder, the Swans third. And if Carlton should lose to Geelong today, top spot at stake for the winner here.
Boundary throw in between wing and half forward. Deere over the top. Neagle gets the handball away. Quick kick by Carroll towards the wing. Chance now for Tony Maud. Gathers. Gets the handball out wide. Holden's kick. Quick to half forward. Punched away by Schwab. Lester Smith's kick smothered. Good play by the Swans to keep it in at half forward. And umpire Howard will bounce. Just watching behind the play, Dermot Brereton and Henwood. I think there'll be some interesting altercations there during the afternoon.
Yes, I think that'll be a very interesting one to watch, that one.
Burns at centre half forward on Mew. He's been released from rucking duties with the return of Coleman. Morris took it away beautifully. Up towards half forward. Deere runs onto this as two other players fight for it, but the free kick's going to Bolton against Platten for the fight that was going on off the ball. A wrestle, not really a fight. Off to Browning, around the outer boundary line, over the wing, bump away by Byrne to the Swans' advantage. Pritchard, hand pass astray. Neagle breaks a tackle, gets it to Scott in the centre, replacing Williams. Centering kick, Kappa's there, comes to the ground and Morwood goes for the hand pass. Chance here for the Swans. Carroll on the forward line, buffeted over by Lester Smith. And once again, rapturous applause from the Hawthorn fans. And Lester Smith's had a great start.
Very tight-knit backline, this Hawthorn one.
Ball about 40 metres around from the Swans' goal. Ayres over the top, thumps the ball towards half-back. Pritchard gathers well. Ball runs free. Carroll. Handball by Tuck. Loveridge. Kick towards centre half forward's a good one by Loveridge. Covers about 50 metres. Deere. Good play by the big fellow. Gathers back to Schwab. Schwab onto the right foot. Kicks it high towards full forward. High over the top the Swans players. Morris at the back. Good tackle. Ball runs free. Chance for Browning. Dunstall there for the Hawks. Platten back to Dunstall. Dunstall's right foot snap is a beauty. Sensational play by Platten and Dunstall. Hawthorn's second goal.
That's what it was. Absolutely sensational the way they moved that ball. Hawthorn and their understanding and their backing up, teamwork, and of course Dunstall is a very good full forward. And just have a look at this snap at goal. There it is, Platten, very quick handball. And a brilliant snap by Jason Dunstall to register Hawthorn's second goal for the afternoon.
In the centre, and Coleman beats Deere, but it goes to Pritchard. Once again, his hand pass astray. Scott take a free kick here this time against Curran. Well, when he went into the centre about 3 weeks ago to replace Williams, he played a sensational game against Essendon. I reckon he's a centre player, and that's about all. Hardly had a kick here last week when he was on the flank. Comes to Tuck. Chance here for Wright, but there's nobody there for the Swans, and the ball out of play.
Well, the Swans have had it up forward 3 or 4 times in the first 10 minutes, but they just can't quite break through. 40 metres out. Chance again. Holden there, he can't control the football, and we'll have another throw in. This time about 25 or 30 metres around from the Sydney Swans goal. Ruckman opposing each other. Not so long ago, played with each other. Michael Byrne and Chris Mew. Byrne can't break clear. Here's a chance now for the Swans. Wright will come inside 50 metres. Shoot for goal. Not a bad looking kick. It's close. It's a goal. Good kick by Wright. And the Swans at last get their first score on the board. A goal through their rover, Stevie Wright.
Yes, they started off better this week, the Swans. They hardly had the ball up on their forward line last week in the first quarter. Similar conditions to last week, the wind favouring the main scoreboard end. But they have had the ball into attack a fair few times, but haven't been able to break through until on that occasion, the very tight Hawthorn defence.
Stevie Wright's been in good goal-kicking form this year. Prior to today, 28 goals in 14 games, more than his career average. Kennedy and Browning playing in front of Buckenara takes a safe mark in defence. Centre half back for the Swans. Out to Tui, his first touch. Oh, he didn't see the defender for the approaching Hawk coming. Carter, good kick by Rod Carter, well up from fullback, onto the chest of Hawk. 15 metres against Ayres. I think still too far out for Hawk. Goes to the pocket to Kappa. He's got it. But they've gone well out of the centre corridor. So a difficult shot for goal for Warwick Kappa. Might be a bit of protection here from the stands. His distance not much, about 25 metres, maybe back to 30 metres. But not a lot to aim for.
He's got a very tricky angle here, Warwick Kappa. This will really test him.
Second on the goal-kicking list with 85 for the season. His first kick today is pretty good. That is a great goal.
Yes, top kick that from Warwick Kappa. A very tight angle, and with this breeze, it makes it very difficult to kick goals from any of the pockets here. There's a 15-metre penalty given against Ayres. I think he was only guarding the mark. A little bit of space for Kappa up on the forward line. And there it is, perfect pass.
Scores level, 12 minutes gone. Ball bounces free. Chance for Scott. Tuck intercepts. Tackled by Tui. A little bit too high. Umpire Clayton asking the Hawthorn players to bring the ball back. Tuck to take the ball on centre wing. Now permitted to play on. Kicks it in the Morris direction. High over the pack. He can't grab hold of it. Swan defence under pressure. Bolton and Platten. There's a chance for Curran. Left foot kick around the corner, but he was out of bounds according to the boundary umpire, and we'll have a throw in right on the 50-metre line. 2 goals apiece, and we're 13 minutes into the first quarter.
Well, I sometimes get the impression that if the Swans haven't had a cavalcade of goals in the first quarter, maybe they might be out of it. And when the Hawks got the first 2, it looked dangerous. But they've levelled 2 goals apiece. They've been playing about 13 and a half minutes. And here's a Hawthorn free kick to Greg Deere from the boundary throw-in. Breeze right at his back from there, so he should make the distance from 50. He has, but away to the left. But it's enough to put Hawthorn back in front by a point. They lead 2-1 to 2 goals.
Should be an interesting tussle, the ruck duel. They missed out badly last week, Sydney. And Glenn Coleman doing the rucking this week.
Kick in by Carter towards the wing. It's a good kick. At the back, Hawthorn have got the crumb gatherers. Curran, short pass is a beauty. Into the pocket, Loveridge takes the mark. Loveridge has started off well. High kick. Coleman in front takes the mark in front of Dunstall, who was just kept out of it long enough by Carter to give Coleman the chance to take the mark. He plays on quickly. He's got Browning in support in the pocket. Long raking, drop punt kick by Browning. Goes to the wing, out of side. And a good mark's been taken there for the Swans by Tony Morwood. He played a very ordinary game last week. They'll be looking for him to lift. His kick into the centre finds Dennis Carroll. Interesting move. Carroll up on the forward line.
That is an interesting move. Very rarely does he play up in that forward line, but they had to make some changes after last week.
Kappa takes the mark at centre half forward. Better judgment. Chance to kick his second goal. He's only about 35, 40 metres out, directly in front. And the wind, looking at the flags on top of the scoreboard, blowing straight across the ground. So the Swans have done well in the first 15 minutes.
This kick for goal will probably show us which way the wind is blowing, whether it is straight across the ground or a little bit down towards the main scoreboard. Oh, it seems to be just blowing mainly across the ground. There was good distance into the wind.
Scores level again, just past the halfway mark of the first quarter, 2-1 apiece.
Langford to kick in. He gets big distance with that, about 60 metres, but Byrne takes an easy mark. Off to Toohey. Good walk. Crunch, back to full forward. Kappa backs into Langford, but in front, Jenke. His second excellent mark, Ray Jenke. Out to Lester Smith, who's been doing well in the first term. Now, something behind play. Umpire Howland coming in and saying something to Ayres. He's not reversing the kick. And we'll go back to Lester Smith. His kick up towards centre wing. Brereton playing on Henwood. Didn't get the first touch, or did he?
Oh, he conned the umpire. That was definitely first touch to Henwood.
Brereton, defensive side of centre. His kick smothered by Henwood. Well, justice prevails.
He smothered two off Brereton,
Hawk
so
can't break clear. And a free kick has been picked out of it to Hawk. Couldn't quite see that one.
In the back he gave it.
Off to Bolton. Bolton in the centre. Kicks along with the left foot. At the back, Byrne. Good punch away by the Hawk defenders. Pritchard. Neagle. Pritchard does it well. Controls the football and kicks to half forward. Morris takes the mark. Plays on. No messing around, Hawthorn. Get it to the goal square as quickly as possible. Punched away from Dunstall. Loveridge. Left foot shot for goal by Loveridge is through. Third goal of the Hawks. Great roving by Richard Loveridge.
Perfect roving by Loveridge on that occasion. He read it beautifully, and he could see that Carter was going to go, the punch on Dunstall. There it is, always going to punch. Good defensive player, Rod Carter. But perfectly roved by Loveridge, and an excellent left foot snap as well.
The Swans beat Hawthorn in the first round clash at the Sydney Cricket Ground. The Swans haven't got the hometown crowd support today. Schwab. Long and high with the wind. Dunstall went out with Carter. And that ball did wobble about in the breeze a bit. I don't think either of them touched it. Out of bounds.
It's going to be very difficult to judge, especially when the ball's kicked high, as it was on that occasion.
Definitely blowing to the outer side wing. Throw in. Coleman. Chance for Dunstall. Kick off the ground to the front of the square. Tuck can't quite control it. Browning there. Tuck gathers. Left foot kick. Close to the line. Hawk. Good play. Dispossessed. Browning over the boundary line. Throw in 15, 20 metres around to the Hawthorn goal. The scoreboard shows the Hawks leading by 6 points. 3-1 to 2-1. Chance for the Hawks to add to their score. Only 25 metres out from their goal. Henwood over the top. Big punch. And it goes over the line, and we'll have another throw in.
Done well so far on Dermot Brereton. A lot of Swan supporters down that corner of the ground. Curran hooks over his shoulder. Bouncing ball for Dunstall, straight past him. Neagle back there to help out. And thumped the ball out of play, beating Morris. So actually the Swans have bottled up Hawthorn pretty well in the last 2 minutes.
I don't think it'll matter which end you're kicking to. I don't think the wind is favouring either end in particular. There's been a free kick picked out of it. It's going to Hawthorn. 30 metres out. Free kick to Loveridge. Take a fair kick from Richard Loveridge to score here. Fifth kick. Already kicked one goal, holds up in the breeze, through for a behind. 3-2, plays 2-1. 20 minutes, first quarter.
conditions and reasonably warm for Melbourne standards. A lot of patrons out there in shirt sleeves. Don't see that too often in August. Holden. Buckenara, don't think he's had a touch yet. Craig Holden gets around him but goes without it. Lays it like an egg. Buckenara comes back and forces a ball up.
Well, that's what the pressure of Hawthorn can do to the opposition. They just never let up, and Holden looked as though he's going to take that away. And now we've got a ball up on the centre wing. Neagle on the bottom of the packet. Scott, rather, gets a free kick out of it. Third kick coming up for Scott, playing in the centre. High towards half forward. Capper, punched away. Chance for Buckenara. Can't control the football, and we'll have a throw in just outside 50 metres, with the Hawks leading by 7 points. Byrne doing the ruck work in the forward line for the Swans. Mew doing it for the Hawks. Schwab. Byrne puts his body in. Free kick being kicked out of it by umpire Craig. It's going to the Swans, to the captain, Dennis Carroll. High ball. Close to goal. It's very close. Touched on the line by Ears. Hit the post. Through for A behind. Hawthorn lead by 1 goal, 3-2 to 2-2.
Well, the Swans really having a dip at this today. They were thrashed by Carlton last week by 68 points. Kennedy looks out there for Lester Smith. Well spoiled by Neagle, who arrived late to thump out of bounds. Last week's loss suggested that maybe the Swans were going to travel the same path as last year. Be way up there, but stumble at the final hurdle. Big one this one for them today. Kennedy kicks back into the pack. Lester Smith, oh, that's high. Well, Burns a tall bloke. He has to stoop down to tackle.
Yes, that shows the enthusiasm of the Swans today. He really went at that tackle. Probably a little bit too enthusiastic.
He'd be keen playing against his old side too, I think, Bernie.
Exactly. He'd want to perform very well today.
Kick by Lester Smith to half-back. Schwab. Great play by Schwab. Gets it off to Mew. Mew's left foot kick towards half-forward. Bolton tagging Platten. Over the top. Chance for Coleman. He's kicked towards the wing. Marked by Pritchard. Play on. No umpire Howlett's picked the free kick to Platten. Back at half-forward. And the Brownlow middle favourite, Johnny Platten, takes the free kick between wing and half forward. Kicks it high towards the forward pocket area. Good mark for Morris. In the middle of the pack, stood his ground, good judgment. 40 metres out, will shoot for goal. Russell Morris kicks for goal. Holds up in the breeze, through for a behind.
And those players in the goal square could hardly even watch the ball coming because there was a stoush going on as the kick was being taken. And out of it, a free kick to Brereton. Well, the umpires actually, the goal umpires signalled a behind and waved the flags. I thought the field umpire definitely played a free to Brereton.
Well, I thought he had too. Brereton's gone back for the free kick.
Couple of tough defenders back there, Carter and Henwood for the Swans. Now I think it is going back to Brereton, so I think that flag wave might have to be rescinded.
They're not very happy with each other anyway, Carter and Dunstall.
That's interesting. Does that behind count as well as whatever Brereton kicks here?
Well, I'm sure it wouldn't.
It's gone on the board. Well, it might have to come back off later on. Brereton to kick for goal from about 8 metres out. Runs around to improve the angle and has dobbed it.
Oh, Dermott's a very enthusiastic player. There's a kick by Morris. We might be able to pick it up now.
The fight's going on now while the ball's in the air.
It's gone through for the point.
He did wave flags, so he must have got an all clear from the umpire. As there's a fight going on, it might be one of those 2 kicks at goal without the opposition touching it.
Yes, it could well be, because the free kick was given after the point was scored.
interesting one. Play goes on in the centre. Tui. Scott. Now it's over the top right. Chance for the Swans. Morwood. Kicks a goal. Looked too easy. Get the impression the players all stopped when the free kick was paid back on the wing, but there you go. The Swans have kicked their third goal through Tony Morwood, and it's 7 points the difference, nearly into time on in the first quarter.
I think we're going to see a top contest here today. Sydney has started off much better than they did last week, and they're really having a dip at this one.
4-3 to 3-2 is what the scoreboard shows. It'll be interesting to see whether we get a confirmation on that from the goal umpires at quarter time. Backhander by Coleman out towards the wing. Neagle leads the race. Caught by Morris. Holding the ball. He's a pretty red hot these days.
Great tackle by Morris, though. Could easily have given the free kick away there.
And 15 metres also given. Excellent tackle by Russell Morris. I think Merv was waiting for the push in the back and it didn't come.
Morris's kick, 60 metres into the square. At the back of the pack, rushed through for a behind to the Hawks. Their fourth, or is it their third? 4-4-28, and they lead the Swans 3-2-20. 1 minute time on in the first quarter.
Interchanges for the Swans, Graham Cordy and Michael Farden. The kick out. Over half-back flank, good mark to Kennedy. 8-point lead to the Hawks. Kennedy goes in short. A lead by Dunstall to the pocket. Oh, courage. Pay the mark. Or the free kick. That is terrific stuff. It's Thrip, is it?
Tui.
Bernard Tui. Wow.
And he really copped that.
That would put your lights out.
Tell me Dunstall went for the ball.
Well, Bernard Tui's back on his feet, but he's
right, Robbo.
not able to take the kick.
He had no chance of getting anywhere near that ball, Dunstall.
So Browning took the kick. The ball comes back to the wing. Now it's a free kick to the Swans. Hurriedly taken by Holden. Cordy taps on. If it stays in, it'll be good for Carroll, but it won't. And out of play at half forward.
It's 70 metres around from the Swans' goal. Quarter time siren, not all that far away. Mew doing the ruck work. It's kicked by Scott towards full forward. Well smothered by Langford. He can't control it. Dennis Carroll. Ball runs free. Bolton. Off by Wright. Mew. Standing start. Kicks to the wing. Coleman's under pressure. Greg Deere. He can't take possession of the ball. It beats him over the line and over for a throw-in. Between wing and half forward. 4-4 plays 3-2. The Hawks leading by 8 points.
Not much time left in the first term. Curran taps down. Short sleeves today. Peter Curran normally wears the long sleeves. That must be how summery he reckons it is. Free kick in ruck though to Glenn Coleman. Coleman up towards half forward. Byrne there outnumbered about 4-1. Slip through Hawk at the back of the pack. Kennedy. Lightning hand pass to Schwab. Schwab in the centre on Scott. Good pick up by Pritchard. And a great kick round the corner to Brereton.
Brereton goes too wide, much too wide for the Hawks and kicks it out of bounds. He probably gained about 7 metres and went to the defensive side of the ground. And I'm sure he'd be really cook on himself kicking it over there. Boundary throw in. Deere and Coleman. Chance for Curran out wide. Tuck over the top. Ball runs free. Schwab held when he didn't have the ball. Surely. Play on, says the umpire. Chance for Holden. His kick towards the wing. Oh, the bounce. Cruel. Morwood in front of Kennedy. Hasn't got the football. Play on, says the umpire. Perhaps a little ticky touchwood. And he let it go. And we've got a throw in on centre wing.
Closing seconds of the first quarter. Hawthorn by 8 points. But a great contest in the first term. Coleman wins. Goes to Curran. His kick to half forward. Good mark, Loveridge. Loveridge tries a long one. Bacanara underneath the ball. And Cordy takes an easy mark. Slides it across to Neagle. who lopes out of defence. Out to Bays. Siren beats him as he delivers a good pass and Bays takes a good mark. It's quarter time here at Prince's Park, with the reigning premiers 4-4-28 leading the Swans 3 goals to 20.
In St Kilda's performance this afternoon. So that's the way it is all around the ground. So now let's take you back to Prince's Park and our commentators will take you through the second term.
Eagle fumbles. It's picked up by Morris and the Hawks straight away into attack. Platten, who was reasonably quiet in the first term. Lowe gave a great hand pass away to Dunstall for a goal. Morris up towards, beautiful pass that by Pritchard, finding Richard Loveridge inside half forward. Loveridge was great in the first term with 6 kicks and 1 hand pass. Hawthorn led by 13 kicks in the first term. This is about where Kappa goal from, and Loveridge has done it too. For a behind. So Richard Loveridge now 1 goal 2. Incidentally, that score that we queried in the first quarter, it stood. And so the quarter-time score was 4-4 to 3-2. So it was one of those occasions where a behind and a goal were kicked at the same end in the same piece of play.
Carter kicks the ball in for the Swans. Goes to the outer side. A terrific mark taken by Neil Cordy. He took 8 or 10 marks like that against Carlton last week and was one of the Swans' best players. He's kicked towards half forward. Is marked by Mew. Solid as a rock, Chris Mew. He transfers play into the centre, looks for Big Deer, takes the mark, play on, of course it was. Hawk picks up the crumbs. Scott will nearly be tackled, he gets the kick away, up towards half forward. Kappa nearly marks, play on says the umpire. Kennedy, Lester Smith. Stevie Wright does the tackling. Bays can't get his foot to the ball. Jenke flips it out the back. Langford's quick kick with the left foot towards the centre. Neagle's hand pass. Scott's a chance. Scott's high kick towards full forward. Kappa can't mark. Free kick given away by Kappa. He jumped a little too early as Lester Smith and Dennis Carroll have a bit of a dust up behind play. And the free kick will go back to the full-back area and it'll be taken by Mew. Umpire holding up play.
There's a free kick against Kappa. Interference into the back or too high to Mew, take your pick.
Mew kicks the ball out towards half-back. Well, I can't work this out. The umpire's confusing players everywhere. Now the ball's coming back to whence it came from Mew and his kick's going to Kappa. Looked as though Lester Smith may have done something.
Yeah, I reckon he was free-kicking Kappa for being over the mark. Then he's run up the ground and had something to say further afield, and the kick has been reversed. So Kappa, from infringing originally, gets an absolute charity in front of goal.
Lester Smith and Hawke were the 2 players that the umpire spoke to. Kappa shoots the goal from only 15 metres out, and the Hawke fans roar with disapproval. From their point of view, a charity goal to the Swans makes the difference only 3 points. With 2 minutes into the second quarter, Hawthorn 4-5, the Swans 4-2.
Well, you just cannot afford to give away silly free kicks when you are in possession of the ball. It was definitely against Lester Smith. The umpire went back and spoke to him. Although he seems to be bleeding rather profusely from the mouth area. So he may have copped a little bit of attention himself, Lester Smith.
He should really have to be out there to know what happened there. It might have been an exchange of a few words, perhaps. Comes to Tuck. Kicks across the ground. That's into the wind. And a test for the sprinters. Kennedy and Morwood. Oh, well done, Tony Morwood, to come from nowhere. Hawke a chance. Bowled over. Ball out. Boundary throwing. 3 points the difference, the Hawks in front.
It's a free kick there. The ball was pushed back onto the Swans player's boot. Went over on the full, and the free kick will go to Hawthorn. Kennedy. Swans can consider themselves a little unfortunate. Kennedy's kick over the wing. The Rovers are there for the Hawks. This time it's Deer to Schwab. Schwab over the top. He's got Russo. Over the top he's got Brereton. Inside 35. Brereton shoots for goal and hits the post.
He is having a shocker.
Great opportunity wasted there by Dermott. He just relaxed a little bit, had a look over the shoulder, and then just tried to poke it through.
Carter kicks in. Brereton goes the punch. Always seems to be in there getting the hard ball, Paul Hawke. And wins a free kick this time as a result. Halfway to Holden. Up to the wing to Bays. Touchless in the first turn, Mark Bays. Ayres dropped the ball and tried to crash through the tackle. Gets the free kick for the high tackle. He could rule that the other way.
He was a little fortunate, I'd say, Drew.
He was very lucky because Stevie Wright was holding his ear after that one.
Ayres' kick's not a good one, but it lands into the arms of Curran. 55 metres out from goal. Looking in short, Dunstall's in front of Carter. Carter does well, though. Now he's confronted by Brereton. Kick off the ground. Chance for Dunstall. Onto Loveridge. Loveridge, quick kick. No mark taken. Carter perhaps saw someone coming. It was Schwab. Dispossessed. Shoot for goal by Pritchard. Offline. Through from behind of the Hawks. And they're just not capitalising on their opportunities.
No, there's a couple that have gone begging. And also a bad miss by Rod Carter.
11 scoring shots to 6, but it's 4 goals each. And the kick-in hasn't been touched on the way up, so it's a free kick to Hawthorn.
No, Mark Browning touched it onto his boot.
Oh, big pardon.
Before he kicked it.
Throw in and half forward. And I think the crowd calling for a free kick then. Same as what I saw. Henwood over the centre wing. Burn out of position. Ayres. There's a beautiful judge. Gives Wright something to go on with. Be no free kick. It's getting a bit willing out here.
Yeah, well, it's the impression there's no love lost, Bernie.
There's no love lost at all. That was a good mark to Glenn Coleman.
Yeah, good strong mark by the ruckman in the middle of the pack. Gets the ball off to Bolton. He runs straight into trouble. Back to Coleman. They're in all sorts of trouble, the Swans here. If they can get out of it, they'll be doing well. Now Greg Deere. Handball wide. Curran. Over the top, Loveridge. They just might be fortunate. Scott. Round the neck. And Scott takes the free kick for the Swans at centre half-back.
Brett Scott in the centre replacing Greg Williams. A shame today that we're missing the the 2 Brownlow medalists from last year. Bertie Domenico and Williams. Right hand pass out towards Hawke. Up to full forward, Kappa behind. And the mark beautifully taken by Langford. Yes, Domenico suspended for a week. And Williams will miss a game or 2 with an injured shoulder. The hand pass to Mew, his kick to half-back, marked by Pritchard. He's had a great first year, recruited from Sandy Bay, but he kicks it away to the opposition to Scott.
Scott doesn't mess around, kicks in the Kappa direction. He's got the fly. Oh, in front. What a good mark taken by the Hawthorn centre half-back, Chris Mew. He doesn't mess about. Feeds it off to Kennedy. Kennedy's kicked wide to the wing. Morris. Beautiful kick by Kennedy. And Morris takes the mark on the wing for the Hawks.
Russell Morris up towards centre half forward. Curran outnumbered 2-1. 40 outmarks him. Chief flat-footed was Bolton. Back to Thrift. Good distance with a standing start kick. To centre half forward. Oh, Carroll. Well, he switched to the forward line. Could be a good move yet.
It was a good play by Michael Byrne. He stood in between Dennis Carroll and the Hawthorn defender and gave Carroll a free run at the ball. He had no opposition whatsoever when he took that mark.
Carroll named at half-back flank, playing at half forward. Goals. And the Swans are in front by a point at the 10-minute mark in the second term.
And who would have kick? Oh, he's one of the best kicks in the game, Dennis Carroll. There's a good mark to Neil Craughty. Feeding off a lot of silly handballs in an effort to get the game flowing and catching a lot of players. Here's the instance again where Michael Byrne just stood in between Dennis Carroll and Chris Mew, and very good tactics by Michael Byrne.
Well, the Swans are in front by a point. The Hawks surely must know there's a game on now. Kick towards Hove, the full forward area by Russo has been marked by Browning. Browning off to Neil Cordy. It was telegraphed. Buckenara saw it a mile away. He comes across a little too late. Good kick by Neil Cordy has been marked by Thrift. defensive side of centre wing. The 15-metre penalty brings him up to the wing. Tripp's kick is a poor one. Drops in short. Jenke drops the mark. Loveridge tidies up. Handball back to Langford. Langford out wide. Gives Ayres a little bit of space. Ayres has got Russo in support. On the left foot. Decides to go over Russo up towards half forward. Looks for Curran. Out in front. Little bit of space. Burton looking for the hand pass. Taps on well. Out of bounds, according to the boundary umpire, is it? No, it's a free kick being picked out of it by umpire Clayton. It'll go to Burton.
He's indicating a push in the back.
Well, the Swans are a little bit too conscious of Burton, I feel.
The umpire went for a tumble then. That's what the crowd got excited about. And the Deers are interchanging. Greg off, Paul on. Short pass, Brereton. Curran, good mark. Sliding through the pack.
Well, the pass wasn't intended for him. That was intended for Russell Morris, and a bit fortunate to get away with it because it was well over Russell Morris's head, and Curran in the end took an excellent mark.
Well, this should be a goal. Curran from 40 metres. This to put the Hawks back in front. He's got it. So the lead changes again. And Peter Curran gets his first goal.
The Swans have tied up this Hawthorn forward line very well. The conditions aren't easy out there. The wind doesn't make it easy for forwards on days such as this. It has been fairly congested, that Hawthorn forward line. They haven't been able to get the ball up there very quickly at all. And it's been a pretty good performance by the Swans up to this stage.
Hawks have made a move here. Buchanara onto the ball. He's kickless so far. He's had one hand pass for the match.
Ooh, Neagle nearly copped one there. Holden. Ball on centre wing. Free kick has been paid behind play to Thripp. It was grabbed by the leg by Morris. Thripp takes the kick, transfers play to the opposite side of the ground. Kennedy plays on quickly. Lester Smith over the top. Curran, short kick. Good one too. Paul Deere. Handball, Mew, run up from centre half back. Burton. Great play by Mew to keep running with the football. And his kick lands, fortunately for the Hawks, in the hands of Burton. He's only 35 metres out, directly in front. Hawks leading by 5 points. Burton shoots for goal. Pulls across it slightly. Through for a behind. Burton's second behind.
Carter with his kicking. Brereton in the chop again. Umpire's seen a free kick. Did pretty well. Well, Pritchard was playing for advantage, and why not? However, it's going back to Brereton. 8th kick for Dermot Brereton, but he's kicked just one goal. Couple of behinds, kicked into the man on the mark twice. High, Dunstall almost. Platten, strangely quiet. Holding the ball against Hawthorn.
They're red hot on that decision these days, the umpires.
Another 15-metre penalty because Morris didn't get it back to Bolton. That's the third. It's up into the centre. Bolton's kick out towards the wing. High over the pack. Lester Smith tidies up at the rear. Platten. He's a chance. He's in front of Bolton. Bolton makes ground, but Platten gets his kick away towards centre half forward. Coleman intercepts. Round onto the right foot and kicks a poor one close to the line. Fortunately for the Swans, Dennis Carroll was there, and he takes the mark on centre wing. His kick's well smothered by Pritchard. Clean bowls Neagle. Curran tidies up for the Hawks. Short kick into the pocket. Morris. Oh, nearly took a Colin Cowdrey there. Got the ball over the boundary line.
I don't think Colin Cowdrey ever moved like that.
Well, when he was 17, he did.
I can't go back that.
5 more years.
Comes to Morris again. The hand pass blocked by Holden. And he's happy to race the ball out of play. Crowd not happy with the umpires. Straight kick the difference. Hawthorn 5-8. The Swans 5 goals 2. Paul Deere. Neagle the chance. Oh, he tried to finesse. You're in trouble. Oh, I don't know. The umpires said a free kick for in the back. It goes to Neagle. I'd like to see that and how it would have been interpreted if he'd been in defence.
Well, it looked like it was a sympathetic free kick to the Swans in their defence. Stevie Wright takes it out. Browning. Oh, you're collared, Holden. Dunstall was the tackler. The ball on centre wing. The free kick being picked out of it. It's going to the Swans. Rod Carter up from full back. 15-metre penalty. The Hawks perhaps just being a little overzealous at this stage. Carter with the football for the Swans. Poor kick. And it's been marked by John Kennedy at centre half back. He plays on. Feeds the handball out wide. Ayres. On to Pritchard. Pritchard goes back the other way. Then kicks with the right foot. In towards the centre. Morris takes the mark in front of Coleman. Plays on Lester Smith. You're in trouble. Looping handball to no one in particular. Tuck. Schwab out to Russo. Russo shoots for goal and puts it through. Football Hawthorn.
It's great play, Hawthorn. Here it is, Michael Tuck lost it. Lost sight of it there for a minute. Tremendous handball there by Schwab. Finds Russo on the end of it. And an excellent good goal. Give Hawthorn a 2-goal lead at the 17-minute mark of the second quarter.
That's a really good scrap. It's like two top middleweights there. Really dishing it out. Crashing through is Michael Byrne. Oh, how long you have to take. Holding the ball. Hawthorn going with it quickly. Jenke. He's caught in a great tackle. Stevie Wright comes up with it. On to Morwood. Great play the Swans. And Morwood has it inside 50 and right in front.
Gee, I wouldn't be turning my back on the play. He's too far out to score. His short pass has been marked by Stevie Wright. Only 25, 30 metres out. Tony Morwood was a bit casual, I thought.
Yeah, much too far out to score from there. But it's worked out okay because Stevie Wright was left uncovered for a long time.
Swans need this goal. They trail by 12 points. Wright kicks and kicks accurately. 6 points the difference. The Hawks lead. 17 minutes into the second quarter. And Stevie Wright kicks his second goal.
And look at the tackle on Jenke. In went Thrip. Ball spilled free. Went to right. That was great.
Stevie Wright gave the pass to Morwood and then ran down to the forward line and took the pass back off Morwood.
Hawthorn 6 extra scoring shots, but it's only worth 6 points to them on the scoreboard. Paul Deere gets the hand pass to Pritchard. Bowled over by Toohey. Back to Hawke. Good kick by Paul Hawke. Oh, fine mark for Mew. Off to Kennedy. Kennedy's been a good player for the Hawks. Up to Morris. Gets rid of Toohey. A centering kick. Dunstall there with Carter. Carter the spoil. Buckenara on. Dunstall held. Free kick to Hawthorn. I reckon the crowd called that one.
He sort of threw his hands out even before Carter went anywhere near him, I thought.
Well, it's pretty good tactics because I'm sure the umpires do notice when a player throws his arms back. And how many times do we see that it works? It has worked again on this occasion.
Dunstall for goal. And just misses. So the Hawks are wasting opportunities. 7 extra scoring shots for a lead of 7 points.
That's 1 goal 1 to Jason Dunstall, and he's having a good tussle with Rod Carter.
Carter, nice kick. Good position. Thrip takes the mark. Holden making position, but Thrip decides to kick the ball. Goes 45 metres high in the air towards centre half forward. A good punch away by the Hawthorn defence over the boundary line. And we'll have a throw in about 65 metres around from the Swans' goal. Hawthorn lead by 7 points, 6-9 to 6-2. Nearly 20 minutes gone in the second quarter. And the wind blowing straight across the Princes Park Oval to the outer side wing. The punch away comes towards the wing area. Free kick being picked out of it. It'll go to Browning, it looks like, for the Swans. He's done reasonably well too in a tight game. Browning's kicked towards centre half forward. Oh, he's been pushed out. Kennedy by Coleman, and Kennedy will take the free kick for the Hawks at centre half back. Always looking to play on, Hawthorn.
Well, Browning was the one who stopped Buckenara, cut his supply down to nothing. Now he's doing pretty well on tuck. Tackled by Brereton, holding the ball against Hawke. The strength of Dermot Brereton. Out wide to Buckenara. Browning was in there. Platten at the foot of the pack. Browning to Carroll. Over the centre circle. Bayes, almost kickless. And he loses it this time. He's going to get a free kick. Kick's coming back to Bayes against Ray Jenke.
Exactly the same as the Dunstall free kick, I thought, earlier.
And a lot of the players hadn't heard the whistle and had whipped the ball about 70 metres up the ground. Here it is. Bayes loses it there. Jenke goes on with it. Maybe. Bayes, a mighty kicker of the ball. It's nearly there. What a goal from outside 50. And the Swans back in front. Now they trail by a point.
That's a great kick by Mark Bayes. And even though he doesn't get a lot of possessions up there on the forward line, when he does, when you can kick like that, you don't need a lot of possessions to be a very dangerous player. He kicked that one from a good 60 metres out.
Gee, if only he did a bit more. He's a classical player. Back in the centre, Byrne. Good defensive work by Neil Cordy. He's kicked towards centre half forward. The bounce favours Coleman. It's still full. Down he goes. Good play, Coleman. Chance for Morwood. Shoots for goal and misses. Hits the post. Well, Glenn Coleman opened up a few packs there.
Yes, it's a pity they didn't get a goal out of that passage of play, because that was great play by Coleman. He really broke up that pack. Ran through Gary Ayres, knocked it on and ended up with Tony Morwood, and he should have made better of that one.
Coleman now at centre half forward with Byrne on the ball. Russo misses with a punch. Ground level again is Hawke. Out to Bolton. Wide for right. 25 metres out. He's kicked it. Great goal, Stevie Wright. And the Swans have hit right back and lead by a goal. And 3 to little Stevie.
There's 3 goals to Stevie Wright, and it's not a bad performance in these windy conditions. 3 goals straight. Here's Bolton. Good handball out to Wright. And a very tight angle as Bridges come through. It's been a much improved performance by the Swans today. And we've really got a contest on our hands here at Princes Park.
Well, it's good to see. They've had 3 very, very good wins in a row before last week, and they've fought back very well so far. Here's Schwab off the tuck. Tuck into the pocket. Dunstall's a chance. Good strong mark by Jason Dunstall. 45 metres out. Difficult angle. But one of the big pluses in this man's game is the fact that when he gets in front, he's such a hard person to move. Kicks for goal. Holding up in the breeze. In the goal square, rush through for a behind by Tui. And the Swans lead by just 5 points. 51 plays 46. Nearly time on in the second quarter. And it's been an entertaining game so far.
Carter, oh, he's outside the goal square when he kicked it. A few of the crowd saw it too. Not pinged by the umpire. Gee, Paul Deere looks a good player. Tuck ran into a brick wall. Neagle holding the ball against Merv Neagle. Good tackle by Schwab.
And 15 metres against Merv too, showing his frustration.
Gee, both these teams are terrific tackling teams, aren't they?
They put tremendous pressure on, and as a consequence we're seeing a fair few mistakes.
Schwab's 12th possession. He aims it well right. Need a hurricane to bring that back. Now behind to Peter Schwab. The Swans lead by 4 points, and the Hawks 6-11. The Swans 8-3. What might have been. And this time Carter's gone. The crowd called the previous one. They called that one as well. That was a no ball, Rod Carter.
Well, you would have thought Rod Carter would be well aware of it after the crowd reaction after his previous kick. But he's done exactly the same thing.
Bernie, is there? I mean, if you're a yard behind, what's the penalty you pay there with the ball being bounced, whereas it could be 55 metres away from your goal?
No, there's a no-win situation doing that.
And rush through by Byrne for a behind.
But we've seen Rod Carter do that a lot.
And we'll see it again here. He must kick from inside the edge of the square. And he wasn't. And the crowd yelled again. They tried to get him 3 in a row. Not that time.
Ironical cheers because he did kick from within the 10 metres, I'd say, Drew.
Coleman from centre half back. Out wide to Toohey. Toohey slips the tackle of Deere. Kick drops in a bit short. Lester Smith dumps down to the front. And will take a free kick. Pretty good game, Rod Lester Smith.
Pretty good game all round. Very entertaining for the crowd. The difference is 3 points. Lester Smith told you must kick over the man on the mark. Forced to go back. Kick out towards the wing. Over the top of the players' heads. And we'll have a boundary throw in at half forward. 27 minutes gone. The Swans lead by 3 points. They've kicked accurately compared with Hawthorn. 8-3 to 6-12. Punch on by Deere. Chance now for Tuck. One of his rare possessions. On to Russo. Russo with a little bit of space. Kicks it into the pocket. Over the top of Browning. And it's out on the full. And the free kick will go to the Swans half back.
Tell you what, earlier in the season he looked as though he was gone, Mark Browning. They dropped him to the seconds. He's come back. And he's murdering Buckenham.
He's doing well, Mark Browning. His long kick towards the wing. Punched away. Loveridge. Good roving. Brereton takes the mark. Between wing and half forward. Plays on. Kicks it towards the front of the goals. Buckenham frustrated by Browning. Good clean up by Neagle. Over the top to Bolton. Could be caught. He gets the handball wide. Chance for Scott. Feigns the hand pass. Looking for Cordy. Then kicks towards centre half forward. Langford, you're in trouble if the bounce is ordinary. It was. Lester Smith there to back him up. Kicks it wide towards the wing. Kappa. Now Fripp. Comes through. Bays it is. Bays left foot kick. Is a goal. Well, what a magnificent kick by Bays. And an even more magnificent tip by fellow commentator Drew Morford, because he picked that as Bays picked the ball up.
On the 50-metre line, on the boundary line. What a goal.
And he does it with such ease. Here's a kick by Lester Smith. He should have got a little bit wider than he did. Good shepherd by Kappa. And what a kick from Mark Bays. Right through the middle from a very tight angle, right on the boundary line.
Well, Bays, 2 kicks, 2 goals. Comes to Russo. His kick inside half forward. Here's Browning again, beating Buckenham to it. Still hasn't given him a kick. Out to Holden, centre wing. Trip inside, but Holden goes longer. To half forward, big pack. Kappa flies. Interference all about the place. It's to the Swans. Man in front, Morwood. The Swans lead by 9 points. Morwood in short to Kappa. But not to Kappa, it goes to Thripp. And you don't often see the Hawks being befuddled in defence like that, as they have a few times this quarter. And Terry Thripp, son of a Collingwood player, but coming into VFL football through the Sydney competition, blood streaming down his face, goes for goal, and is kicked right across the face. And the mark to Rod Lester Smith just inside the field of play.
Killing them, Lester Smith. At half-back, full-back, wherever he's playing in defence, he's had
14 possessions.
14. Kicked towards the wing, punched away by the Swans. Out by Toohey to Neagle. Neagle's kicked towards centre half forward. Play on, Langford caught, gets the handball wide. Now a chance for Kennedy. Back to Langford, and the Hawks come streaming out of defence. Langford's got plenty of space in front of him. He's already had 3 bounces. Now he gives the handball to Schwab. He'll be tackled by Cordy. A good tackle by Neil Cordy. Hawk to Neagle. Neagle over the top into the centre. Scott, rebound football. Scott's kick. Finds Carroll. The Swans are a chance because Kappa's loose in the pocket. Platten going back to pick him up. Carroll to shoot for goal. Goes for a long one. Up towards full forward. Kappa at the back. The mark's been taken in front by Tony Morwood, and it's been paid right on the behind post.
Well, Lee Matthews broke a behind post here. Kappa didn't quite break it, but didn't he hit it hard?
He hit it very hard. Oh, was very lucky to survive the collision, I think, the point post.
Morwood's kick, and is right across the face of goal from about 15 metres out.
Well, they're pretty lucky there, Hawthorn, because that was a shocking handball by Chris Langford. He put his teammate under extreme pressure from the Swans, and very lucky they didn't pay for that with a goal to the Swans.
Back to the centre. Byrne thumps forward. Bays, 3rd kick for the game. Not a goal this time, but to the advantage of the team. Siren for half-time, and the Swans did well in that term to come from 8 points behind to 9 points in front at half-time. In that quarter, the Swans kicked 6-1, while Hawthorn wasted their chances with 2 goals 8.
And the Swans have a 9-point advantage. 9-3 to 6-12. Punch away. No one can break clear. Chance for Holden. A flip on. Michael Byrne. Now Curran. He's kicked towards half forward. Over the top. Morris. Now a chance for Russo. Caught with the ball. Play on to the umpire. Good play by Tui. Out wide. Finds Scott. Scott's kicked towards centre half forward. Moore's a chance in front and takes the mark. Play on says the umpire. Well, it looked a clean mark. Now he's paid a free kick, and it just could have been the square off. Buckenara starting the 3rd quarter on the interchange bench. Kick by Carroll. Kappa, no mark. Kappa again, the handball out wide. Carroll now to right in the pocket. Shoots for goal across the face. Kappa takes the mark to play on, but he didn't, and he just may rue the day. In the forward pocket, Warwick Kappa. He's already kicked 2 goals.
There's no doubt he should have played on there, Robbo. He had the opportunity. He's not on a really tight angle, so he may be fortunate enough to get out of it. But when you've got the opportunity like that, you should play on.
Perhaps close enough, Bernie, to capitalise. Shoots for goal and puts it through. 3 goals to Kappa, and the Swans start the 3rd quarter well. They lead by 15 points.
Well, obviously he knew a bit more about his kicking ability than we did, because he had an excellent opportunity there to play on and make a certainty of it. Here's a kick by Stevie Wright. Floats across the face of goal. And an excellent mark by Warwick Kappa. And both Hawthorn players fell to the ground. And there wasn't a Hawthorn defender in sight.
Well, the margin now 15 points, and the Hawks might have the job ahead of them here. Comes to Scott, kick back into the pack. Curran holding the ball against Peter Curran. It's lightning fast these days, and the free kick to Coleman. Not happy with his teammates for not being ready for the hand pass. Coleman's kick to Kappa. Langford in front, comes to Kappa. Gets rid of it. Langford to Tuck. And Tuck's kick wide to the wing. Brereton and Hinwood in race. The 2 toughies. Brereton, well played. He's out, falls in. Great play, Dermot Brereton. What a pass line, Schwab. It would have been a Christmas cake. It would have been plucking raisins off his face. Overrun by Carter. Loveridge gets the hand pass away to Pritchard. Tapped out by Morris to Kennedy. Goal coming up to John Kennedy. First goal to the North Melbourne coach's son. He's had 15 possessions in a good display.
There's a good tap on by Russell Morris. Wasn't favoured by the bounce, but clever enough to see the opportunity to knock it onto John Kennedy, who kicks his first goal for the afternoon. needed that one to stay in touch with the Swans. Still they're trailing by 9 points.
Bounce favours Paul Deere. He handballs back to Mew. Mew's high ball to centre half forward. Brereton pushed off the ball, but he takes the mark. It's been paid. Play on now, says umpire Clayton. Brereton round to the left foot, bounces, could be caught. Loveridge backed him up well and puts it through again for another brilliant goal to Hawthorn. And Brereton hands, thumbs, everything in the air. Caught that Swans.
Great stuff by Loveridge. That's his second goal. He's kicked 2 goals, 2 for the afternoon. And it looked like Dermot was going to run into a lot of trouble here. There's about 4 Swans players just about to tackle him. Good backing up by Richard Loveridge. And that's brought the margin down only to 3 points. And what a game.
Well, the Swans got the first goal for the term, but the Hawks hit back and got 2 within the space of about 2 minutes. Deere looks a top player. Back to Jenke. Wild hand pass. Holden for the Swans. Flatten against him. Tui bowled over by Jenke when he didn't have it.
Oh, rubbish.
The umpire said Tui was caught holding the ball and the free kicks to Jenke. Well, that's a fair and legal tackle.
Up to half forward, no mark taken. Scott there. Streams around onto his left foot. Now he kicks high towards the wing. Only player there is Paul Deere, who takes quite a steadying mark for Hawthorn in the half-back area. His hand pass finds Eade. Eade's nice, tidy little kick finds Schwab. Schwab into the pocket. Dunstall. He eludes Carter and takes the mark 40 metres out on a fairly acute angle and a chance to put the Hawks in front. At the moment, they trail by 3 points. 63 plays 60. Dunstall's kick is a beauty, straight through the centre. Second goal to Dunstall and the Hawks lead now by 3 points.
That's an excellent kick for goal by Jason Dunstall. His second for the afternoon. And more importantly, Hawthorn have kicked the last 3 goals. And seem to have got their act together a lot better. To a very good lead from Dunstall. And that's one of his strengths. He's a very quick lead and has a good pair of hands.
Back in the middle. Lead on the ground for Russo in the second half. Off the ground by Loveridge. He's got too much pace for Henwood. And Morris doing the shepherding. Didn't quite get rid of Henwood. Loveridge regains his balance and misses. It would have been a top goal. Loveridge 2 goals 3.
Kick in by Carter into the back pocket. Holden's made good position, plays on, kicks it out wide. Tony Morwood marks in front of John Kennedy. Kick around the wing. Michael Byrne in front, can't mark. He recovers well. He's been paid. Michael Byrne at half forward for the Swans. Too far out to score. Kicks the ball towards centre half forward. Punch away. Chance down for Carroll. He overruns it. Platten there. Tagged by Bolton. Bolton's done a good job. Frustrated Platten out of the game. And we'll have a ball up between half forward flank and the forward pocket for the Swans. Only a matter of 35 or 40 metres from their goal.
Byrne wins, but it goes to Lester Smith. And there's interference before they get to the contest, and the free kick to Schwab against Scott. Schwab's kick to centre half forward, centre of the ground, Morris in front. Well, the Hawks on fire in the last 5 or 6 minutes. Out wide to Brereton. Henwood from behind does the spoiling. Brereton recovers. Top play Dermot Brereton. Off the ground by Bays. Gains about 40 metres, loses possession. Kennedy to Jenke. And Eade in space. He's got tucked further afield. And Brereton as well. The pass for Brereton. And this is the scoring side of the ground. He's not without a chance. 7 marks to Dermot Brereton. I reckon they'd have had a pasting from Alan Jeans at half-time when they went in at the long break with 6 goals 12, Hawthorn. Well, in this term, they've kicked 3-1. We'll kick from 50 metres. Pretty close. Not quite. Touch through. 1-3 to Dermot Brereton.
Well, if the Swans are to have any chance, they'll have to just regroup in the next 5 minutes, because the Hawks certainly have a bit of a roll on. Carter's kick goes straight up the ground. Coleman flips it over the back. Platten gets there first. Does well, Johnny Platten, with courage. Awarded the free kick, plays on, kicks it into the pocket. It's a beautiful pass to Brereton. And Brereton takes the mark 40 metres out on slightly worse than a 45-degree angle.
Well,
the Hawks by 5 points.
I don't know what Henwood was thinking about. He was 50 metres away from Brereton on that occasion.
Brereton shoots for goal. It's a lovely long kick. Very close, just offline. Through for the Hawks, 15th behind, 9:15.69. The Swans 10:3.63.
Dermot Brereton turns 23 in a couple of days' time. Superstar of the game, and he's been a star since Teal Cup days when he was All-Australian under 17.
Henwood's been taken from the ground.
Well, Brereton's sliced him to pieces in the 10 or so minutes of this quarter, and on comes Graham Cordy for the Swans. Hurried kick by Schwab out of the pack. Ball flips out to Neil Cordy. Away to Browning. He's cornered, but gets clear. Good off the left boot. Long over the wing. Coleman there. No mark, comes to the front. Pritchard, clever. Kennedy, Lester Smith. And the Hawks look brilliant. Lester Smith's kick, a centering job. Oh, Dunstall swamped. Cordy once again, Neil Cordy. Back to Browning, but he missed him. And the ball out of play. And Dermot Brereton is a superstar, no doubt about it. And I knew that when I parked next to him in the car park today, and I got out of my heap, and he got out of his Mercedes.
He does things in style, Dermot.
Interesting that they should bring Graham Cordy on and put him on Brereton. Snapshot for goal by Curran. There's a goal. Well, that was a very, very professional kick by Curran.
Yes, he didn't try to kick it too hard. He kept it low. No one in the goal square, and he did it very well, Peter Curran, to kick his second goal. And Hawthorn looking very good at the 10-minute mark of the third quarter. As light rain starts to fall out here at Princes Park.
(4-3) in this quarter. The Hawks, after the Swans got the first goal of the turn. There's young Deere, just 20 years of age. Dunstall. Brereton. Brereton really firing. Paddles inboard. There's Graham Cordy, the third of 3 brothers to play league footy. Neil and Graham both left Footscray this year for the Swans. Back he goes, and out of defence Carter. Hawk almost. They're under too much pressure at the moment, the Swans. But he gets a free here for pushing the back against Michael Tucker.
Boy on a man's errand, Graham Cordy on Dermot Brereton, I feel. Stevie Wright. Handballs into Holden. Holden transfers play to the centre. The strong, sure hands of Tony Morwood take the mark between the centre and centre-half forward. Short pass, mark to Coleman. Steady it down, says Neil Cordy in the background. And Coleman with the football. 55, 60 metres out from goal. He goes for the long drop punt. Kappa's a chance, he's in front, pushed off the ball. Umpire Clayton says play on. He was looking for a free kick, a feeble effort by Kappa. Loveridge tidies up out wide. Schwab, Loveridge runs on. Short pass, Morris is loose. Where was Toohey? 20 metres away. Morris handball over the top. Russo, short into the pocket. And the mark taken by Curran. Hawthorn running everywhere. Russo, inside 50 metres. Shoots for goal. It's high, offline. Flattened after he kicked the ball. The mark's been taken by the Swans in the back pocket. But there's a free kick down the ground. Russo flattened after he kicked the ball. And the kick will go to Hawthorn. Only 10 metres out, and it looks like Dunstall.
Rod Carter not too happy.
It took a long time to realise it, Dunstall. It was going to be his kick.
Well, I thought he went back and actually marked where Rod Carter should stand. Make sure he did gain all the advantage. Dunstall shoots for goal. Puts it through for the Hawks' 11th goal. And they've just opened up a very handy advantage over the Swans. 14 minutes gone, and they lead by 18 points.
And they trailed by 15 a couple of minutes into the quarter.
Yes, all of a sudden, this game has turned right around after being a very even contest. Hawthorn have got right on top in the last 10 minutes. And they're looking the goods at the moment.
Michael Farland comes onto the ground for the Swans. Merv Neagle interchanged. He's had a disappointing day. He's probably missed playing against Dipper. They've had some great clashes. Jenke spins through the pack. Socket off the ground by Wright. Loveridge. Couldn't get boot to ball and is pinged for holding it. Play on, says the umpire, as the kick away by Farland is marked by Langford. So there's no real advantage for the Swans. Capper applies the tackle. It goes to Kennedy. Across the ground to Lester Smith. And this is where they start things. The springboard is their defensive line.
Brilliant kick by Lester Smith, finds Morris at centre-half back. Kicks a big bomb. Torpedo to centre-half forward. Brereton flies high, can't mark. Holden there, overruns it. Tuck just gets his foot to the ball. Pritchard, the flip-ons, ineffective. Browning for the Swans at centre-half back. Kicks it back to centre-half forward. High over the pack, Ayres takes a big punch at it. Then goes in and flips it through his legs. The ball in the centre of the ground. Deer, Paul, a big chance. Crashes his way through with strength and conviction. He kicks it out to the opposite half-forward flank. Neil Cordy, confronted by Dermot Brereton. Eade tries a flip-on. Brereton's there. Opposed by Neil Cordy, and it goes over the boundary line for a throw-in as Neil Cordy gets a pat on the back from his teammate Stevie Wright for some good perseverance.
81 plays 63. Hawthorn have got accurate in this quarter. Graham Cordy goes back to right. The kick up towards the wing. Good mark, Paul Deer. Just his third game of league football, this kid, 20 years old. Cross to Eade. Centering kick and mark to Schwab. All Hawthorn this quarter apart from the first couple of minutes. Schwab feigns the hand pass. Goes over the top to Tuck. Look out, you're in trouble, Michael. Gets rid of the kick in a hurry. Carter tries to tap it. It's flipped out to Curran. Over the top to Tuck. Goal to Michael Tuck. Well done, the Hawks.
Oh, that was absolutely brilliant play by Hawthorn. First of all, it started off with a tap-on. Look at this tap-on from Dunstall. That started it off. And an excellent handball over the top from Curran. Finds Michael Tuck on the end of it. And are they looking good at the moment, Hawthorn?
Who would have picked this? What did you say? About 4 minutes into the quarter, the Swans led by nearly 3 goals.
15 points was the margin then.
Bounce favours Michael Byrne. Ball comes towards Pritchard. Now Muse a chance. Gathers the ball, can't break clear. Chance now for Bays. Kick around the corner will be marked by Lester Smith, who's played a blinder in defence for the Hawks. Absolutely killed them. Steady as a rock. Kicks the ball towards centre half forward. Morris couldn't mark. Bays back onto the left foot. Kicks it to no one. Mew or Ayres raffle it. No. Over the top. Langford there to tidy up. Caught with the ball. Back towards Capper. If he can gain possession, he shoots for goal and misses. Through for a rare score for the Swans. 10-4-64. And they trail by 23 points. The Hawks 12-15-87.
Well, since Capper goaled at the start of the quarter, and that behind by Capper, Hawthorn had kicked 6-3 to nothing. Here's Langford, half-back flank, up towards the wing. Brereton, in front, what a mark to Deer. He's nearly best on the ground if he plays half the game if he keeps this up. Eads kick's not too good. Bounces through to Dunstall, great hand pass to Curran. Scoring side of the ground, Curran misses.
Jason Dunstall is doing very well up at full forward. He's creating a lot of opportunities with his movement around that forward line.
Kick in, goes out towards Neil Cordy. Why? He was outnumbered 3-1. Paul Deere. On to Pritchard. Good play by Thrift. Handball back to Neil Cordy. Hard up against the boundary lines. Got a little bit of space. Onto his right foot and finds Dennis Carroll just wide of the centre circle, centre square area. His high ball towards Capper and Langford. Capper can't mark. Langford stays on his feet. Mew. Back to Ayres. Ayres out wide. Kennedy. Oh, good mark, John Kennedy. Running with the flight of the ball. Takes it and kicks it up into the forward pocket area. No one can mark. Browning sees it safely over and will have a throw in between wing and half forward, slightly favouring the Hawks. The Hawks lead by 24 points and we're 20 minutes into the third quarter.
Brereton doing the rucking against Michael Byrne and wins. Loveridge toes for himself. Wright did well to get there and contest. The ball out of play for a throw-in. Well, Tom Hafey's mob won't give it away, and they're fit. No doubt about that. But I don't know whether anybody's fitter than Hawthorn. They've had a good run with injuries this year, but they've done it superbly. Backhanded there by Russo, intercepted by Neil Cordy. Browning couldn't get boot the ball, had to go by hand. Wright. Bouncing through centre half back. That's a kick and hope. Mew clears that pack. Platten and Bolton having a wrestle. Filan on to Bays. Bays 40 out. Nobody in the goal square. And Bays should have kicked it, but missed to the left.
He just took that one a little bit easy, Mark Bays. Probably the easiest shot he's had all afternoon.
See, they needed that goal. Ayres will kick the ball in for the Hawks. Decides to go to the outer side. He kicks it well. 60 metres. Lester Smith. Thrift gathers well. Could be tackled. Not soon enough. Kick close to the boundary line. And the mark to Dennis Carroll. He's 60 metres out from goal. He's got no one to kick it to. No one at all. He's completely confused. He decides on the high drop punt. In front, Coleman. Oh, but a good mark for Mew for the Hawthorn side. Gee, takes some good marks, standing straight up.
Very strong player, Chris Mew. Excellent high mark.
Out to Langford, who gave him a good run. He's got Pritchard at the wing. Took a while to see him. Hawk closes the gap. Still Pritchard a chance. All out of play. 12-16 Hawthorn, 10 goals, 5 the Swans. So it's 28 scoring shots to 15. And yet 23 points the difference. Maybe the Swans still close enough with a slight breeze to come home with in the last quarter. Loveridge pulled off his kick. Goes to Bays. And the ball back out of play.
Well, the Swans will need to kick at least another goal, maybe 2 more goals in this quarter. Paul Deere, who's done quite a good job. Stevie Wright pulled off the ball by Ayres. Ayres doesn't mess around. Kicks it towards the wing. High flyers. Loveridge roving the pack perfectly. Can't quite gather. Handball over the top. Schwab. On to Curran. The Hawks machine running well. Up towards full forward. At the back of the pack. Fumbles at the crucial stage. And the Swan defence rush it through for a behind when Dermot Brereton looked very, very dangerous.
Kick in, marked by Neil Cordy, who puts it wide to the wing to Holden. This seems to be the difference between the way they play in Melbourne and the way they play in Sydney. They never get out this wide in Sydney. Platten almost drags down a scorcher, but he's been free kicked for getting the boot in the middle of his opponent's back. And Dennis Carroll will get the free kick for the Swans just forward of the wing. I suppose really Platten had to come down with the mark to get away with that.
Yes, that's a good decision by the umpire.
Carroll kicks the ball towards the front of the goals. Coleman, good mark, strong, kept his place while all the other players were sprayed all over the place. And Coleman will shoot for goal from 25 metres. Very, very slight angle. Coleman punts and punts accurately. Badly needed goal for the Swans. It's their 11th. And the difference is 18 points, just approaching the time-on period in the third quarter, as Craig Holden takes his place on the interchange bench.
And Merv Neagle gets a reprieve.
That was a good mark by Glenn Coleman. He's added a bit of life to this Sydney side, whether playing in the ruck or at centre-half forward, and that was a good, strong grab.
3 goals the difference now. They have stemmed the tide a bit, the Swans. They needed to. Neagle straight back in there. Threads out a hand pass to Fireland. Umpire calls for it. And look out. I reckon Michael Fireland, his nickname should be Pat, P. Highland.
Umpire Clayton bounces the ball in the centre, favours Michael Byrne. A flip over the back. Scott's a chance for the Swans. Can't break clear. Looking for the free kick. But umpire Clayton will bounce again. Only a matter of 10 or 15 metres from the centre circle. Buckenara preparing to come back on for the Hawks, who will go off. Brereton kicks the ball in mid-air up towards the centre-half forward position. Browning, a toe kick, unfortunately falls in the hands of Scott. Back it goes to Graham Cordy. Graham Cordy's kick towards half forward. No mark taken. Play on, says the umpire. Bays towards full forward. Capper and Langford, one out. Capper can't mark. Coleman can't control. And we've got a throw in only 15 metres around from the Swans' goal as Tuck goes off for Buckenara to have another run.
Bucky is still kickless. He went through the entire first half with just one hand pass. Chance for the Swans here to get another one, but Kennedy foils them. Good play, Jenke. Ray Jenke up towards the centre wing. Almost a Byrne. Well done, Michael Byrne. Tui. Here's Eade, who came on after half-time to replace Buckenara. Russo, and the ball out of play. So the Hawthorn skipper, the veteran, nearly, was it 325-something games? Michael Tuck on the bench.
Boundary thrown on centre wing. Eagles a chance. Good interception by Curran. Now Scott. Can he break clear? Does it well. Kick around the corner. Bit of misunderstanding between Platten and Lester Smith. Bays. Back to Fireland. Caught by Loveridge, but he gets his kick away. To the opposite half-forward flank. Tony Morwood can't mark, but it's a free kick. Held, but he didn't have the ball. Right on the 50-metre line, Tony Morwood will take the free kick for the Swans.
Well, he wants to move it quickly.
Too slow. Now he kicks it to the front of the square. Capper in front can't mark. One Swans player can. It's Coleman.
Coleman, a great mark.
Streak. 7th mark to Glenn Coleman. And a chance to kick his second goal. And what a beauty it was.
When he was at Fitzroy, he was the worst kick for goal in the side. He looked very confident on that last one.
You want to back him now?
I wouldn't back him even.
He's only 15 metres out, directly in front. He shoots for goal and claps himself because he's put it through. And he's kicked the last 2 goals for the Swans, which have put them within 12 points of Hawthorn, and we're close to three-quarter time.
He's doing an excellent job up there on the forward line this quarter, Glenn Coleman. 7 marks for the game after missing 3 matches with a knee injury. Here's the free kick to Tony Morwood. No doubt about that one. It takes a bit of time getting rid of it, Tony Morwood. Still messing around. He needs to hurry up a little bit. Eventually he kicks it, and this is a very strong mark for Glenn Coleman. Caught between 2 Hawthorn players. Oh, great mark.
All Deer wins in the centre, but it goes to Hawke of the Swans. Well, Graham Cordy stumbled and fumbled, but he's going to get a free kick, but what I'm not sure. Oh, it's to Hawke. That's fair enough. Hawke up towards half forward, Morwood. Good mark. But he's given away a free kick. And he's charged for the ball.
Fireland shepherding on Eade. Eade takes the free kick for the Hawks at half back. Kicks it towards Brereton, the high flyer. He can't mark, can he? It's paid. Well, didn't quite think he could reach it on the second grab, but at full stretch, Brereton between the centre and centre half forward. Kicks it wide. looking for Dunstall. Carter takes the mark. Surely that'll be paid. Carter at back pocket. If the Swans can hold the Hawks out for the next few minutes until three-quarter time, it'll be a great last quarter. Carter at half-back now, 15-metre penalty. Kicks in short, Morwood's in front, takes the mark in front of John Kennedy. And he's just got on top of that Hawthorn player in the last few seconds. Hawk runs on well, forced to kick quickly, up towards full forward Platten. Gets away from Bolton, over the top to Ayres. The Hawks just may mount a challenge on the outer wing. Ayres runs wide. Now looking for someone to give it to, over the top. He does to Langford. It's Pritchard. Pritchard kicking into the centre. Morris takes the mark. This could be the last chance for the Hawks. Platten's running beautifully onto the half-forward flank. The ball bounces just in front of him. He taps it over the top. Chance for Buckenara. He's playing with no confidence whatsoever, Buckenara. Ball close to the boundary line. Pritchard gathers and tries to get it back to Platten, but it goes over and we'll have a throw in at half-forward for the Hawks. They lead by 12 points, Hawthorn. 30 minutes gone in the third quarter.
Dermott put a very good shepherd onto Bolton, and that gave Johnny Platten a lot of latitude there.
Also might have taken a yard or two out of Bolton for the last quarter. It hurt him. Here's a free kick to the Swans, and quickly taken by Wright. Carroll trying to thump the ball up the ground. Fripp. Croucher's holding the ball. Umpire didn't. Spills to Loveridge. High kick, no distance. Siren goes for three-quarter time. And during that quarter, Hawthorn added 6 goals, 5. And at one stage, it was 6-3 while the Swans were scoreless in the middle of the quarter. And the Swans, for the term, started with a goal and finished with 2 to have 3 goals, 2 for the quarter. And this game can still go either way, with Hawthorn leading by 12 points, and that's because they've kicked 12 more behinds than the Sydney Swans. The Swans with a slight breeze in the last term. Carroll backhands it up the ground. Bolton, who's done a fine job on Platten all day. Off the ground by Hawke. They're barrelling it forward somehow. Filan gets a kick out of the pack. It goes wide to Coleman, who kicked 2 goals in the last term. Bottled up there a bit now until Kennedy gets the hand pass free to Loveridge and pops it out in front of Russo. To Brereton on centre wing. Graham Cordy can do nought about it.
The arrogance of this man is just unbelievable. Dermott Brereton kicks towards centre half forward. Good mark to Dunstall. Strong mark opposed by Carter. Curran running back towards centre half forward. Dunstall goes with the torpedo. Doesn't quite get onto it. Drops in short. Neil Cordy could have marked it. Brereton's a chance in the pocket. Falls over. Handball back to Loveridge. Loveridge well tackled by Hawke. Hit Curran. A flip on. Buckenara on the bottom of the pack. Carter can't break clear. Tucks in there. Back to Morris. Left foot shot for goal by Morris. Brereton. The Hawthorn fans love him.
Well, they're entitled to, because he's put up a top exhibition here today, Dermott Brereton.
11 marks. 11 marks with half an hour to go.
Well, he was too good for Henwood. Henwood is now on the bench. And he's been a very lively performer across this forward line.
Telling the umpire what to do as well.
Well, he's not bad, is he, Dermott? He's got that air of authority about him.
Centre half forward, and maybe his return could have been better than 2 goals for. But it's been an excellent display.
Graham Cordy's been moved off him also.
Just desperation here by Hawthorn to keep the ball going forward. Buckenara, one of his few touches.
They back up so well, Hawthorn. There's a flip out from Michael Tuck to Morris. And good position, Dermott, because he started the play all off with that mark up on the half-forward line.
That'll make it pretty tough for the Swans after the Hawks got that one. Jenke out of the middle. Brereton again. Now he's got Neil Cordy. The brothers have changed. Oh, Curran, beautiful. The Buckanara. That's a good hand pass this time. Back to Ray Jenke. Cross his body to Buckanara, who takes his first mark for the day.
Go back and have a kick. He's had about 4 handballs and no kicks. This will be his first for the afternoon.
Goes in short to Schwab, who marks right on the 50 at centre-half forward, directly in front. Don't think he'll make it from there. Look at the marking in the goal square. Morris, Brereton, Dunstall, if you don't mind. Which one's going to get it? Brereton pushed out. That's it. That is, he pushed his opponent out. And the free kick to Neil Cordy, who came up a bit sore.
Cordy off to Carter. Carter's got Bays in the pocket. Bays with a little bit of space. Raking left foot kick to the half-forward line for the Swans. Oh, great gather by Neagle, was it, or Scott? Kennedy on to Lester Smith. Lester Smith kick a poor one. Bays in the way. Gets the handball wide. Russo gathers. Can't break clear. Eade there to tidy up for the Hawks. Round onto the left foot, Rodney Eade. Takes a lot of steps. Doesn't seem to be going anywhere, but plays effectively. Free kick against the Swans in the centre of the ground. It's against Coleman. The umpire's asking Morris to go back or take the ball back to the centre, and Schwab will take the free kick quite near the centre circle. He elects to go wide and kicks it to Russo, and Russo only a little bit closer, but certainly on the right side of the Princes Park Oval to come to the end to which the Hawks are kicking. He's kicked the centre forward. Burton can't mark. Chance for Morris. Dives on the football. Platten there also for the Hawks. Can't break here. Clear. A flip on. Burton's there. Handball back. Up towards Buckanara. Tuck. Can he get around the Swan defenders? Tuck still in there battling. He does gain possession of the ball but can't break clear. And in the forward pocket will have a ball up.
They all appreciated that, even the kids. Michael Tuck, well played. Brereton rucking against Byrne. Neil Cordy definitely hurt his knee when he was pushed out by Brereton. Here's Tuck, almost a freak goal. Off to Platten. Brereton couldn't keep it in. And there'll be a throw in alongside the behind post. Well, Hawthorn lead by 3 goals, and they've been attacking for most of this quarter, looking a big threat.
Boundary throw in. Oh, good punch out by Curran. Burton in the back. No, says the umpire. Buckanara can't get the ball clear. Umpire Howard will bounce. It's about 35, 40 metres out from the Hawthorn goal. The Hawks leading by 3 goals. 13-17. 95. The Swans 12-5. 77. We're 5 minutes into the last quarter. And a big chance for the Hawks. Flip on by Byrne. Kick out of Swan defence. Here's a chance for Russo. Tackled by Thripp. Russo's handball goes to his brother-in-law Kennedy, and the kick is marked by Tuck.
Well, everything's going right for Hawthorn at the moment.
Tuck inside 50 metres. The breeze coming from just over his right shoulder. He kicks to the front of the square. Punch on. Goes through from behind to the Hawks, and they lead by 19 points. 5.5 minutes gone, last quarter.
All day the main scoreboard end has been the scoring end, and Allo Carter's done it again. He's bowled another no ball, and the umpire will ball it up on the edge of the square. Well, Rod Carter, you've played a lot of football. You should have learned.
He was only just over that time, but the umpire's been watching him ever since he did it early in the game.
Well, when I say a lot of football, he's played the merest of 242 games, and he's been caught twice for it in one afternoon. Comes back to Carter. This time he can go where you like. Kick from the square that time, but oh, here's danger. A mark to Schwab. He goes in short, and inside centre-half forward is defender Ray Jenke, who will shoot for goal from in front and about 40 metres out. I was just in the process of saying that all day the scoring end has been the main scoreboard end, and in the second quarter, when the Swans were running this way, they outscored the Hawks by 17 points. If they were to do that again in this quarter, they'd win the match by 5. But Jenky's kick makes it even more difficult. And isn't it cruel when the half-backs come up and kick goals on you?
Yes, they're really struggling now, the Swans. Hawthorn have got right on top since the 10-minute mark of the third quarter. And they've had all the play. If only they'd kicked a bit straighter. 14-18, 102. Plays 12-5, 77. So it's 32 scoring shots to 17. So that just shows how Hawthorn have dominated this game.
Byrne under pressure. Russo in mid-air. Scott for the Swans. Kicks it towards centre-half forward. Coleman in front. He can't mark. Chance for Bolton. He gets it out wide to Neagle. Neagle's handball over the top. Bayes has a chance. Onto the left foot. Shoots for goal. Bayes and puts it through. Badly needed goal for the Swans. They're 13th. And they make another run at the Hawks. 19 points they trail by. 10 minutes gone last quarter.
There's a handball out from Bolton. Over to Neagle, who has a very quiet day. Finds Mark Bayes on the end of it. Clever dodge around. Lovely poise has Mark Bayes, and that's his third goal.
Back in the centre. Loveridge gets a hurried kick out. Graham Cordy intercepts it. Onto Thripp. Good penetrating kick. Kappa not without a chance. But Langford rushes it out of play for a throw in alongside the behind post. We've chewed up 10 minutes of the last quarter. The Hawks lead by 19 points. The breeze slightly favours the Swans. This could go to the wire yet.
Coleman, Kappa over the top. Paul Deere can't get clear. Eads' kick is effective. Out towards the half-back flank area. Russo takes the mark in front of Thripp. Good mark to Russo. Transfers play to the outer side. Bit of space. Mew. He's got support. Jenky running wide, but Mew couldn't quite break clear. Now he elects to kick wide. Jenky will still get this. Half-forward flank. Coleman opposes him and does it well, the big guy. Got Browning in support. Browning, all he can do is kick it close to the line. And it rolls over for a boundary throw-in. Slightly forward of centre wing in the Hawthorn forward area. Throw-in, Byrne. Off to right. Right with a bit of space. Calling for players to shepherd. Bayes, you should have been up a bit further. Right's kick towards centre-half forward. Kappa. Oh, what a mark, Ayres. What a brilliant mark by Gary Ayres. Hope he hasn't messed this up. Feeds it off to Eade. Eade at centre-half back. Left foot kick. Poor one. Clean bowls all players. At centre-half back, Tui falls over. Free kick. Unfortunate for Russell Morris. Oh, Tui. A little short left to the solar plexus. Nearly came off. Tui's kick towards centre-half forward. A big, long torpedo punt kick. Punched away. Chance for Hawke. Off to Neagle. Neagle's shot for goal. In front, Langford.
Langford's been great. And Kappa's found goals hard to come by in the last month or so. Lester Smith. Here's Graham Cordy. Running out of room. Touch kick smothered by Wright, but the ball was over the line. And there'll be a throw-in. 102 plays 83. 3 goals won. The Swans behind. Tuck again. Not much distance with his kick, but it's all right for Russo. No, he loses it to Thripp. Thripp goes bang. Ayres or Langford or Mew. It's Ayres. What a defensive line the Hawks have. What a forward line.
15 metres against Warwick Kappa. There he jumps right on top of Gary Ayres after taking the mark.
Ball at half forward now for Hawks. Russo takes the mark. He's got Kennedy in support. Unfortunately, his handball was slightly astray. Kennedy goes back after it. Good teamwork by the in-laws. Russo's kick towards centre-half forward. It's over the top. Buckenara can't mark. He's pushed out by Browning, and Buckenara will take the free kick. Only 30 metres out directly in front. And, Browning. Keep your mouth closed because Buckenara's close enough now. Another 15 metres will make it a certainty.
Well, Browning's very disappointed because he's done a top job on Buckenara. Only Buckenara's second kick for the afternoon. And he spent most of the third quarter on the bench.
Hawks by 19 points. Buckenara's kick floats across the face. It's a goal, though. 25 points the Hawks lead by. We're 14 minutes into the last quarter, and Buckenara's just kicked his first goal.
There's a handball from Kennedy over to Russo. Let's have a look at this free kick again. Oh, we didn't quite catch that one, but the umpire indicated that Browning had been holding Buckenara by the Guernsey.
He made the most of it. It was a real Hawk dive. Tuck. Schwab, good gather. Beautiful pass to Brereton. Well, he's beaten three of them, Dermot Brereton, Henwood, and Graham and Neil Cordy. Morris! Nobody going with him. Bernard Toohey, hang your head. 8 marks to Russell Morris.
Well, Russell Morris was the only player to actually fly for the ball. All the others stood around and watched him take the mark. And he'll be shooting for goal from about 30 metres out.
This will wrap it up, surely. Margin 31 points, midway through the last quarter. Well, the Swans had a light breeze last week against Carlton and were outscored by about 6 goals in the last quarter. The same fate might befall them today.
Yes, Hawthorn have managed to get right on top. Mainly through this player, Brereton up on the half-forward line. He's taken 12 marks for the afternoon. And there's a mark to Russell Morris.
Paul Deere can't get clear. Muse kick towards half-forward. Good punch away by Neil Cordy. Brereton goes in and throws his weight around. Loveridge's kick up to the forward pocket area. Dunstall off to Morris. Fortunately for the Hawks, kick towards the front of the square. Rush through for a behind by Thripp as Curran just hesitated for a fleeting second too long.
He definitely should have attacked that one, not waited for it to bounce. He may have even been able to take the mark on the half, well, even on the half volley got there.
You see Bernard Toohey's been moved to the forward line for the Swans. Brereton chucking himself horizontally at the ball. But the umpire says you're holding it. Once he'd got there, he didn't do anything to get it out. That's the way the law is being interpreted this year, or in the last 6 weeks or so, Dermy. Free kick to Holden. Threads it through to Bolton, who had slight cramp a while ago. Bolton up to centre half forward. Morwood underneath it. Punch away comes to Platt. No distance with the kick. Front of the pack, Tuck. One out here, the 2 11s. Browning and Buckenara. Browning breaks away again.
Good play by Browning. Direct. Run down the centre. Kick the ball 60 metres. Looking for Kappa. Punched away. Hawthorn defence under pressure. There's a chance for Wright. Gets the handball wide to Tony Morwood. Dispossessed by Platten was good play. Neagle. Back to Bolton. Bolton shot for goal. There's a beauty. 14th goal to the Swans through Bolton. And if they still got a chance, 17 minutes gone in the last quarter. And it's 26 points the difference in favour of the Hawks.
Well, it's very difficult to see them getting back from here. They are fighting this match right out. Good tackling by the Swans forwards. Great persistence. There's a top left foot snap from Bolton. But they're still trailing, as you say, by 26 points, and we're up to about the 18-minute mark of the last quarter.
Out of the middle goes Graham Cordy. And keeps on going. Well done. Swans mark, and Coleman in the second half has taken some catches on the forward line.
He's a very strong boy, Glenn Coleman. He had a top year at Fitzroy a couple of years ago when he stood in for Matt Rendell when he had a bad year through injury.
His nickname's not Gomer, is it?
That's right, yes. Yeah, Gomer. He's a great character around Fitzroy.
Kicking from 50. The Swans badly need it. Haven't got it, though. Rushed through by Hawthorn. 4 are behind. 115 plays 90. Well, I suppose time left, but the Swans just don't look good enough at the moment.
Kick in finds Lester Smith. Back pocket on the members' side. Nearly 20 minutes gone. Lester Smith directs play into the centre. Chance for the Swans if they can gain possession from here. A punch on. Langford, composed, goes back after it. Pressured by Kappa. Eade in the pocket. Platten just beats him over the boundary line. Bolton there for the Swans. And I'd give Bolton full marks because he's kept Platten out of the play fairly well. In a side that is down by 25 points, full marks to Bolton.
Mays over the top. Chance for Morwood, but it didn't bounce right for him. Tuck from halfback. High to centre wing. Morris, the only Hawk there. Beaten by Byrne. Off to Neil Cordy. Swan still full of running. Good kick by Cordy. Oh, Rod Lester Smith. They're great all over the ground, the Hawks. Beautiful pass to Schwab. Wide for Brereton. It's his 1,000th mark. Up to Dunstall. Oh, what a mark by Jason Dunstall. Couple of touches on the hands, bounce off his nose, and he got it again at full tilt. Into Jenke, who might kick his second goal for the term.
That was a sensational mark by Dunstall. Under extreme pressure from Carter. And he managed to keep his eyes on the ball and take about 3 grabs.
How does he get on his own? Jenke shot for goal. What a lovely kick by the half-back. Magnificent, long, straight drop punt. Second goal to Jenke. And if the Swans thought they had a chance, I think Ray Jenke may have put a halt to that.
Look at this mark. There's Dermott onto Dunstall. Under extreme pressure here from Carter. Oh, sensational mark. Tony Morwood off the ground and Filan back on.
Reported this year to be the highest paid player in the VFL, Tony Morwood. 130,000, if you can believe that. He's now benched. Curran can't pick it up. Here's Buckenara. High, won't make the distance. Dunstall and Brereton. And Brereton's marked again. Oh, he took an extra step and was playing on for sure.
He was off.
But he'll go back and take a direct kick. 14 marks to Brereton.
Here he goes. Yeah.
What a player.
Yes, he's had a great afternoon, Dermott.
After a horror start, he's come back because you wouldn't rate him after his first term. But now Brereton, he's kicked for goal. No problem from there. And now he's kicked 3 for the afternoon, 2 in this last quarter. And the Hawks are bolting away.
I don't know why Tommy hasn't tried Dennis Carroll on him. He's probably the best centre-half back in the side. But he's persisted with Carroll up on that forward line. He hasn't had a good afternoon. He's been beaten by Rod Lester Smith. And Dermott's just marked everything up there on the forward line.
Richard Loveridge nearly knocked umpire Howlett off the background then.
That was a great mark running with the flight of the ball.
The Swans go forward again. Chance for Holden. Out wide to half forward, but there they are in numbers. Mew backs up Jenke. Kicks towards centre half forward. Morris takes the mark, diving. Hawks come forward again. Morris plays on. Runs through centre half forward. Poor kick. A new football by the look of it. And Russell Morris's kick was a bad one. Tidied up by Thripp. He'll be tackled. Gets the handball wide to Carter. Carter in short. Coleman takes the mark. Play on quickly. He does. He'll be tackled by Eade. 15-metre penalty. Well,
he was off. There's no doubt about it. He was off.
Tuck off for the Hawks. as Pritchard makes a reappearance on the field. Coleman with the football, goes for the big torpedo to the front of the square. No mark, punched away by Lester Smith. Toohey, tackle on Schwab. Schwab gets it away to Platten. Platten into the centre. Up comes Neil Cordy from half-back. Forced to kick quickly, goes wide. Player out there for the Swans is Stevie Wright, but the bounce is an ordinary one for him. It's close to the line. He gains possession of the football, kicks it into the pocket. No mark taken. At the back was Greg Deere, Paul Deere. Chance for Bays. He leaves it for Bolton. He gets it back, Bays. Round on the left foot. Kicks it high towards full forward. Kappa's out in front. Can he mark? He can't quite gain the ground. Round onto the right foot. Kappa. Tackled by Langford. Kick-off line. Out of bounds.
Well, I think he's a little bit optimistic, thinking he could get around Langford there, because Langford was bearing down very quickly.
Throw in forward pocket. Swans in attack. Off the ground. It goes through for a behind. Glad it wasn't a goal, because I had no idea who kicked it.
That bloke, Peter Rush.
That fella, yeah. Not far from time on now, and Hawthorn 127 to 91. And it's been, 37 shots for goal to 21. Hawthorn working it beautifully out of defence. Kennedy across to Eade. Great pass to Morris, centre of the ground. I think there's more in store for the Hawks. Dunstall leads. Carter back there with him. Not too upset with the fumble. Ball out.
Dunstall was going to claim Rod Carter if he'd have gathered the ball. Henwood going off the ground. Tony Maud coming back on. Graham Cordy back to Neil Cordy. Left foot kick. Fortunately finds Holden. Tries to play on. Tackle by Russo. Good play. Oh, that wasn't 15 metres.
That was about 5.5, that one.
Scott paid the mark at half-back for the Swans. The Hawks are pressuring all the way to the final siren. The ball on the wing. Right tackle too high by Kennedy. And Stevie Wright takes the free kick for the Swans on centre wing. 14-7 plays 18-19 into time on in the last quarter. Wright runs through half forward, kicks towards full forward. At the back of the pack, Kappa, as he paid the mark, he plays on and kicks a goal. Good play, Kappa. 4 goals in what looks to be a losing score, and he's battled away all day in a very interesting tussle with Chris Langford.
Well, Langford's had the better of the duel. Kappa hasn't had many possessions, and he also got that gift goal when it was a free kick awarded for an infringement up the ground. But that was a good mark by Kappa. May have been a little bit risky playing on, but it ended up okay.
Was that Morris who limped off? So Greg Deere's back, having spent about the last 2 quarters on the bench, watching his brother do most of the work in the middle of the ground. Here's Greg, number 14. Helped on by Buckenara, further afield by Deere. Brereton clever. Paul Deere, great hand pass out in front of Loveridge. Dunstall comes in to claim it. It comes to Curran, easy. Oh, hit the post.
Well, he took that one a little bit too easy, Robbo. Had a little bit more time than he expected, and should have made a certainty of that one.
Where will Rod go when the line comes up here? Last he's woken up, half a metre behind it. Towards centre half back. Chance for Phelan. Over the top. Scott. Scott's kick out wide to the wing. 1 against 2. And the 2 were Hawthorn players. John Kennedy takes the mark. Off to Lester Smith. His beautiful little chip pass finds Buckenara at half forward. Player came from behind. Dennis Carroll, but Buckenara got the kick away. Here's a chance for Russo into Schwab. Inside 50 metres. A little chip over the top finds Brereton, and Brereton takes the mark 35 metres out directly in front. And Dermy has kicked 3 goals. And I would think that this, if he kicks his 4th goal, there wouldn't be too many doubts about who was best on the ground. High, long, and fairly handsome. 4 goals to Brereton. 19th goal for the Hawks. And it's a 37-point advantage. There's a smile on the face of the Hawk.
And what great backing up by the Hawthorn side. There's a little chip kick by Schwab. Finds Brereton unattended once again. And he really looks like he's enjoyed this himself this afternoon out there.
I'm worried about this. I'll never get back to my car after the game. Parked next to Dermy's Merc. I reckon I'll be surrounded by autograph hunters. That is, my car and Dermy's, not me.
And loving every minute of it.
What an intimidating character he is on the football field.
7-3 to 3-2 in this quarter, Hawthorn. So once again, the Swans have been killed kicking with the wind in the last term at Prince's Park. It's happened 2 weeks in a row to them. Does that put a question mark on their fitness? Kennedy's hand pass across to Lester Smith, and his kick high up towards the wing. Oh, Russo, a one-hander. Peter Russo, a beauty.
Russo's kick towards centre-half forward. Paul Deere can't mark. Greg Deere's in there, and he flips it out nicely to Buckenara. Buckenara's a little bit too far for Schwab, puts him under pressure, but he gets the free kick because there were some crude tackles. Buckenara comes in and picks up the crumbs, shoots for goal, and just misses. 1 goal wonder, Buckenara, in a very quiet day for the champion half-forward. The Hawks by 38 points.
Some people have a theory that maybe the Swans aren't all that fit because Tommy just runs the legs off them so much that they might be a bit jaded. Gee, the crowd's right on Rod Carter's back every time he kicks in. Almost current. The Hawks looking for more. Down goes Schwab and will take a free kick. Beautiful. Over the top it goes to Loveridge. Open goal coming up, and he has just hit the post.
It's 2 goals for to Richard Loveridge. He could have had a big afternoon had he kicked straight.
Carter kicks straight up the ground and fires Browning at centre-half back. He's got Neil Cordy running in support through the half-back flank area. High out towards half-forward. Ayres and Toohey, and Ayres does it well. Punches it away from the half-back flanker, come half-forward flanker Toohey, and we'll have a boundary throw in. The play, half-forward flank out of side, slightly favouring the Swans, but their cause is forlorn. The ball comes free. Pritchard is kicked towards the wing. No mark to Loveridge, but it's a free kick. A crude effort by the Swans player in Holden to spoil Richard Loveridge, and Loveridge takes the free kick and kicks it up towards half-forward. In front, Brereton. At the back, there's a chance now for Hawthorn to break clear through Curran. Brereton picks up the crumbs. Goal number 5, unselfishly to Russo. And Russo will have a shot from 35 metres out directly in front. The trademark of the Hawthorn side, unselfish football. Russo shoots for goal. Beautiful looking kick. Straight through the centre. Russo kicks his second goal, and the Hawks go storming towards victory. 20 goals, 22, 142. The Swans 15-7-97.
And that's now 8 goals, 5 in the last quarter, so they've finally got straight, Hawthorn, after being 12-17 at three-quarter time. And it looks like Carlton are winning down at Geelong, so it won't be top spot on the ladder to the Hawks. But the fans here at Prince's Park don't mind, because Hawthorn look a fantastic unit, and the Swans, who went 8 wins in a row with 3 record-breaking wins in Sydney, have gone down 2 weeks in a row at Prince's Park. And look at Dermot Brereton strutting off like a peacock.